Yeah, welcome back to my page. Today we are going to do this video, a call to service. The 40% youth and women inclusion by ADC, the coalition. They promise that they are going to include, give 40% slots to youth and 40% to women. It's a welcome development. In fact, it's a new development in Nigerian politics. And this statement highlights the Action for Democratic Congress ADC coalition commitment to empower both youths and women. And now when they do that, by giving 40% representation to both women and youths in the party, there are certain advantages to this decision. And some of these advantages include it will promote youth participation by encouraging young Nigerians to engage in politics. A lot of Nigerians don't want to go into politics. They look at politics as a game a dirty game, and therefore they don't want to go into politics. But this decision to include, give them 40%, 40 slots, 40% inclusion in party activities for youths will encourage youths to go into politics. And it will help youths to be part of decision making, because all along the years, since from the time of the military that we migrate to democracy, it has always been the elders, the old men and the old women taking decisions. So most of the time the decision did not reflect the needs and the desires of the youths. Now this is an opportunity that ADC is giving to Nigerian youths to be part of decision making. Now another advantage to this decision is that it will create employment for youths, because from the councillors to local government chairmen to House of Assembly, state houses of assembly, to House of Representatives, to National Assembly, if 40% is allocated to youths, it will create a lot of employment for youths. It's one major advantage of this decision, and youths should take this opportunity and join the ADC to make sure that they fill in this gap. We don't want a situation where when it is time to implement this 40%, we do not see the youths, the Nigerian youths, to fill these gaps. Because we remember in the past, sometimes when opportunities are given to women or youths, most of the times at the end of the day, the vacancies are not filled, because many youths will not like to go into politics. So pray that this vacancy, this 40%, will be filled by youths. Another major advantage is that it will begin to build, politics will now begin to build trust, because youths will also now participate in the decision making, and they will now understand how it works, and why is it that some of the decisions and the hopes and expectations of political parties, the promises are not working. It makes the youth to also be part of the process, so it makes them to understand what is happening. So it will build trust. They will now know how and why it is not working, or why these things are happening the way they are happening. Such an inclusion will really build trust. Many of the youth will now come to understand how the process works. Another advantage is that it will bring innovations, because the inclusion of the youths now will give them opportunity to bring in fresh ideas to tackle problems, political problems and development issues. And these new ideas will bring about innovations and creativity that will enable some of the problems that the elders are battling that they could not resolve. Youths will bring ideas that will enable them to work. Now, apart from the youths, the women too, it will also help the women to participate in politics. Now, if you look at the Senate, you look at the House of Representatives, you will understand that the number of women are very few. because most of them will not have the resources and then the what it takes to really compete with the men to win elections and go and represent their women in these House of Representatives and Senate. When this opportunity of 40% is given to women, women will be able to contribute to decision making. So when matters that concern women are being treated, when decisions are being taken, the women perspective of those decisions will be reflected in such decisions. Now, it will also promote gender equality. So the decisions that are being taken today are mostly men decisions. Most of the time, the women perspective of some of these decisions are not taken. But if women are given this 40% opportunity to create gender equality, it will help the women to come up and be part of decision making and represent their women folk in a way that they too will feel to be a part of governance. Now, another thing that this inclusion will do is that it will encourage inclusivity, because now when decisions are being taken, the youths will contribute, the women will contribute, then the men will contribute. So it will lead the houses of assemblies, the national and the state levels, the houses of governance in the local government to take appropriate decisions that include the feelings and the views of both youths and women. So it will create inclusivity. Now, another thing that we should understand is that there is need for us to now look at the women and the youths that are going there to be part of this decision making. It is very important that such men and such youths and women should understand that they are going there to represent a new generation, the feelings of the youths and the feelings of the women. So they should understand that they are going there to ensure that they demonstrate strong moral principles, transparency, and accountability. They should be responsible, listening to the needs of their concerned citizens, their concerned constituencies. So they should go there and represent the youths very well. The women should go there and represent the women very well, ensuring that we are pushing for a government that is accountable, responsible, and will be able to bring development to this nation. So they should not be people that are going there to fail us, because in the past we have seen situations where the opportunities are given to youths and the opportunities were abused. They went there and they become worse even than the elders. We are not expecting such a situation. So any youth that is presenting himself to occupy any of these offices should be a woman or a youth of character, a youth of integrity, that will go there to demonstrate moral qualities that will ensure that the vision and the dream for the party to give them that 40% representation is not misused. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel